If you're watching this video, that means that you completed the hands-on marshmallow demo. You may have even started this work already, but this video is going to go over exactly how to complete the nucleosynthesis calculations, which are on the nuclear fusion diagram slash calculations worksheet. So this is going to help you model nuclear fusion. We already learned that stars, big huge clouds of gas, once they get enough gravity to smash the gas together in nuclear fusion, they officially become stars and they create elements. The only elements in the beginning of the universe after the Big Bang, the only elements created in the Big Bang was hydrogen and a little bit of helium. And so there was nothing else, none of the atoms that you were made of, no carbon, no oxygen. So this is going to help us understand how they were made. You're going to determine what element is created and how much radiation is produced by nuclear fusion reactions. It's very important. Not only are you going to find out what element was created, but how much radiation is produced in that process. So your worksheet looks like this. First thing you're going to do, this first column here tells you the number of hydrogen atoms that are in the core of the star. That's how many ingredients you have to work with, how many atoms you get to work with. And what you're going to do is you're going to model nuclear fusion reactions. You have to do it one at a time. Don't try to speed the process up. Do it one at a time, because if you don't do it one at a time, you're going to miss how many radiations or how much radiation is produced. Now remember, do one reaction at a time, and for each reaction, one nuclear fusion reaction creates one radiation. We could say one wave of radiation. We're just simplifying it here, okay? Any boxes that you don't use, just put next to them. I'll show you what that means, and make sure you put all of your answers in this final column over here. All right, I want to know what element it is and how much radiation was released. It helps a lot if you have this periodic table out. I gave you one of those in class before. If you need another one, just ask me. So here I have one example, an example that's not on your worksheet, right? 1, 2, 6, 7, and 10. I have one for 5. So what does this mean? First, let's draw out 5 hydrogen atoms. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to fuse 2 atoms at a time. So we can add these 2 together. Hydrogen, which has an atomic number of 1. So if there's an atomic number of 1, that means that 1 proton plus 1 proton will give us 2 protons. There's 1 and 1. That'll give us 2. Well, what element has 2 protons? That would be helium. So when we fused those 2 hydrogens, we made 1 helium. Great. Also, when we did that, we have to draw the radiation. There's 1 R, 1 radiation wave. Okay? Now check it out. We have 2 more. We can do it again. 1 proton, a hydrogen and a hydrogen. They create helium again. And don't forget, 1 more radiation. Now this hydrogen has nothing else to react with, so we're just going to bring it over, straight over. No radiation is released because no reaction happened. So now we have 3 elements to work with. Okay, helium has 2 protons. Hydrogen has 1. How do I know that? Remember, it's from the atomic number. So let's do some reactions. Well, we can join together. And I'm going to move my radiation up at the top. There's only 2 radiation total. So I'm going to put it up here just to keep track of it. We have 2R total. So now I can add together helium and helium. That's 2 protons plus 2 protons, which equals 4. What element has 4 protons? Ooh, beryllium does. So in our process, we created beryllium. And we also created 1 radiation. So that's 2R plus 1R. All right. And then this hydrogen in this step can't really do anything. We're going to just carry it over again. Hydrogen, which has 1 proton. Beryllium, which has 4. We have 3 radiation total so far. Let's not forget about our radiation. And look, now we can fuse the beryllium and the hydrogen. Remember, beryllium has an atomic number of 4. hydrogen 1, fuse them together, and it's going to create a atomic number of 5, which is boron. B for boron. And don't forget, it releases 1 radiation. So that's 3 radiation. 3 radiations plus 1 radiation equals 4 radiations. And it looks like we're pretty much done. There's nothing else that can combine. So we're not going to use these boxes. We can put X's through them, like the directions say. And your final product is going to go here. We have beryllium. Oops, sorry. I recommend you write, boron. I recommend you write the element out so you don't make the mistake like I just did. So we have 1 boron, which is B, and you have 4 radiation. We're just simplifying. That's the final answer. Pretty cool. We can check your radiation. How many fusion reactions happen? 1, 2, 3, 4 happen. So make sure you do this, because if you just try to use this first number I give you, you might make a mistake.